Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm going to jump right on into this story that is coming in. Today is kind of making a splash. There was a situation that happened on a plane a couple days ago, and there was a clip that had went viral in which this one woman was called a Karen. She was labeled a Karen that was drunk and having some sort of an issue on a plane and was kicked off the plane. Well, that's not true. That is actually not the case. And that sort of goes to show how quick, people can grab clips, take them, put narratives on things, and, boom, put a video out there, right? I mean, there's the whole Karen thing has, there's actually pages dedicated to this. So every time you see a white woman who's having some sort of a meltdown, I mean, obviously there's moments for, Karen moments, or, but in this situation, that is not what this was at all. Actually, matter of fact, this woman was having a very genuine, panicked response. And we now have the full video of what happened. This woman, sober, got on a plane. This was not a situation of her and her boyfriend getting into it, her boyfriend being drunk. I've heard all these different stories. That's not the case here. This woman was sober. She gets on this plane and she's, sitting down. And there's a guy in a green hoodie sitting, near her that proceeds to shapeshift. And it scared the living shit out of her. Okay. It scared her. She had a genuine fear that was very obviously realized. And although we don't, there's not video of the person shape shifting, I just listen, I want to show you the whole clip. All right. And now you can judge rightfully when you have all the information. All right. Let's just take a look at it here. Shout out to UFO Mania, by the way, who got this out here. Now, while this is happening, you're seeing someone. There's always talk about shapeshifters, reptilians, and a lot of people use like Photoshop and eye effects, on graphics. When you see a lot of those types of videos, but some of those videos are not fake. All right. It's crazy because there's always this interference that seems to happen, those sorts of things. But we're talking about potential reptilian where their eyes look like snakes, like snake eyes. It's not like, you know, um, human beings, so to speak. So check this.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. Bye.
This is a new video.
All right. So that was the clip that went viral about 2 days ago. And that was the clip that everyone, oh, this is a Karen. Oh, this woman was drunk. Her boyfriend was drunk. They got into it on a plane. I even heard a story about, oh, they were in Vegas and they got into it on a plane. And no, we have now more video that you're about to see. This woman is having a genuine reaction of fear. Let's continue.
Made by another passenger who was on the flight the woman on the plane was on, who became distraught when she realized she was supposedly sitting next to a shapeshifter.
Hey, stop the fucking plane. Stop the plane. Stop it. What's going on? Stop it. Stop it. fuck off this plane. The volunteer. See what happens. See what happens after this. See what happens. Where's your bag? Your bag's all over. See what happens after this. I mean, I don't even give a fuck about my shit. License verified this outdoor standby protocol.
Notice how they all break out in laughter, right? Because to them, this is funny. They think she's crazy. But what you're seeing is a genuine reaction of fear from her. Now, let's take a look at this shapeshifter in the green hoodie. Okay. She's seen something that scared the shit out of her. This was not a situation of her being drunk, of her getting into it with her boyfriend on the plane. She's seen something that genuinely provoked fear in her. And she got her ass off that plane. She was in so much fear. Okay, let me turn this down. She was in so much fear that she even said at one point she didn't even care about her shit, her stuff. Okay, I'm just saying what she said. She didn't even care about her stuff. She was ready to walk off that plane and leave her suitcases and everything behind. She was genuinely scared. Now, shapeshifters, the name comes from shifting shapes. And this is...
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
This is a new video made by another.
Okay. So, again, context is everything, isn't it? Context is everything. It really, really is. I love it when context takes a step out, and comes out and says, smacks somebody upside the head. But now we know, this is not a situation where this woman is drunk. She's scared. Look at her. She's so scared. She is genuinely scared. She even tries to the way that she ran to the airline attendant. She doesn't even want to get near the person. She's seen something that genuinely scared her. She's having a physical reaction of fear. Okay. So again, what is a shapeshifter? Shape shifting. It is a type of being that has the ability to shift, whether it's in and out of our vision, um, from having like a holographic human form image. It has been said that reptilians, all right, reptilians bind to the chakras in the human body. It's like they come behind and stand behind a human being. And they bind themselves to this human being using their chakras and have the ability, to portray themselves as human beings, but they're actually reptilians. They're not human at all. Um, this control that they have over, being able to push out a form. All right. So when we're talking about shape shifting, we're talking about objects that shift in their shape of form. Just like we have seen objects, UFO objects, UAP objects that shapeshift. They go from spherical to triangular to rectangular, and they'll just move to all of these very strange forms. And that is what shape shifting means. Okay. All the videos we've ever seen online of, people grabbing old news clips, watching, journalists, oh, look at their eyes, that sort of a thing. A lot of times I take a lot of that, I it comes in and it gets pushed out pretty quick. But there is truth to that. I have seen some pretty amazing video just of my own that I knew was authentic. I'm like, why does their eyes look like that? So it's scary because these beings have the ability to make themselves look like they're humans when they're not. And, I could go on and on and on and on. I think what made her think everybody was going to die is sometimes, when something fearful happens, you just instantly fear, you think death. And she was so fearful of this man that she felt imminent death. And, you know, um, the narrative that was put out about the woman being drunk and being in a fight with her boyfriend and sort of a thing. No, it's just genuine fear. Nobody believes her. And I mean, in this time, this to be expected again. Take another look.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Whatever she's seen, it invoked fear in her so much that the next thought was death. I think what we're seeing is a genuine reaction. And, I, for one, I'm really glad that this additional context this additional video has came up, that lady's seen something that scared her. And that's where I stand with it. Thanks, guys, to everybody who came through. I'm going to actually keep this video pretty short and sweet. Before we get up out of here, if you don't mind, I'd like to pay a few bills. Shout out to the Leak You community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
All right, guys. Again, thanks to everybody who came through. Shout out to Gloria, J League Chronicles, Soul Sisters #1 show. Thanks for dropping in the chat. Yes, they have the ability to control when and where they shapeshift. Yep. This will probably inspire many of you to start digging into shapeshifting videos, I'm sure. Again, thanks to everybody who came through. Until next time, everyone.